and research reports. The other division within quantum information is a website called personalfn.com, which has a lot of information. Maybe I should ask the question again. How many people here know about Personal FN? Okay, not a lot. So if you all get time, please look at personalfn.com. It has a lot of information on mutual funds, even on things like home loans, insurance, car loans, everything. But really for those of you all who are investors here, it has a lot of information, and we have a branch now in Pune. Amol is right there standing by the wall. Raise your hand, Amol. Blue shirt, red tie. He's the man to beat up. Okay. So if you want to get sort of general advice on where to keep your money outside of stocks, mutual funds, investments, FDs, he's the person to speak to, yeah, as an FYI. I think our next speaker is still not here. He is late as I was late. I don't know what it is, but I was talking about infrastructure earlier today. In July, I drove a car from Florida, which is right down in the south, all the way to Boston, and in the US. And I drove. It took me 12 hours to finish half the journey, then had a couple of meetings along the way. But if I'd driven non-stop without the sort of meeting times, but with the sleeping times, it would have taken me about a day and a half to do that entire journey. And that entire journey would have been something like about, I'm guessing now, 3 hours flight. So about 2,500 kilometers. And I did not get lost even once, because the signboards were so perfect that I was able to get off the highways when I wanted to fill up petrol or eat food or whatever, and then come back right on again. And of course over there, for those of you all who travel to the US, you go onto a website where you get the maps, and you can get the directions, like go in front 3 kilometers, make a left turn, go 0.2 kilometers, make a right turn. I guess there in America, if you walk on the road, you don't see people, so you can't, if you get lost, you're stuck. You have to know exactly where you want to go. In India, there are so many people, you don't need to get MapQuest, don't need to get directions. You can keep on asking people, where should I go? And that's my problem this morning. I think I was within probably 1 or 2 kilometers of this hotel, but I must have circled about 10 times. Because when and just for all of you in this room, I was born in Pune, for what it's worth. I'm not that I've lived here, but I was born here. And I remember as a child, when I was growing up and I'd come here to visit, the one thing I remember was everything was Saralpure. Everything is straight. And everyone kept saying the same thing again. And nothing was straight. It was all left and right. So I kept on going around in circles. Anyway, I'll be happy to sort of take a few questions if you want before the next speaker turns up. I apologize for the delay. There's one at the back, one hand gone up there straight. Yeah. 3-month target. You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea what the 3-month target for the index is. I have no target for the index. We as quantum advisors and me personally have believed, and I hope that philosophy shows through in Equitymaster, which I helped start up many years ago but is now run by everyone else. We're very, very long-term in the way we evaluate companies, evaluate businesses. Personally, from my perspective, I don't even know what a share price of a company is on a daily basis or even on a 3-month basis. We look at things really, fairly long-term. So I'm the wrong person to ask. I guess you can ask that question to CNBC. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. I'm sorry. But I can tell you this, if that helps you. In January 2004, when everyone was saying India shining, if you remember the ad campaign then, India shining, and everything. Excuse me. When everyone was saying India shining, we looked at the numbers of India, of corporate India, and we took a call that India was getting expensive. And for our clients, we increased the cash position in the portfolios from our typical 2-3% level to 33%. And we stayed in 33% cash in January 2004, February 2004, March 2004, April 2004. And those were 4 very, very painful months because the market was going up, stocks were going up, and everyone was saying India shining. And we were saying we can't quite see it shining that brightly. Yes, we were 2/3 invested, but we were 1/3 cash. And then sure enough, on 17th May, when the market fell, we went back and bought shares and took our cash position down to 2%. And we stayed at that level of cash for the rest of the calendar year 2004. In January 2005, we've again started increasing our cash levels. And again, our cash levels are high, not as high as 33% as they were